going to do first is actually that Darce choke. You see this so often in high level competition. So I get Chris in turtle. Normally I've snapped him down to his hands. I always want to keep his weight on his hands as much as possible. I like to call it like pulling the rug out. So I've actually got this grip on his chin and I'm pulling the rug out and I'm up on my feet. From this position, I'm actually going to take an angle to Chris, almost putting my knee behind his elbow. So it's hard for him to retract this elbow. Perfect. And then from here, I can shoot this arm through as deep as I can. And I get this like gable grip behind the back of his neck. Chris will tell you, it keeps quite a strong lever on the back of his neck. This is where I switch my legs. So I prop up on this leg. The reason I do this, it just allows me power to turn him over. What I'm going to do from here is I'm going to clamp down on the neck as I bridge him over. I keep everything in tight and I pull everything in towards me. So if Chris tries to extend his head out, it's difficult. Then I'm going to shoot this arm as deep as I can, making this arm free. From this position, I lock everything in tight. I'm not going to finish it with my arms. Common mistake here is to squeeze. I probably could get the tap and squeeze if I had to. What's going to be better is if I pop up into my feet and put max weight on Chris. Now from this position, I'm going to drop my inside hip to the floor as I squeeze and I get the tap nice and strong. If he's still not tapping and I'm up on my feet and turn, I'm going to step to mount and squeeze. Very tight. Right. All good, Chris? Feeling tight? We'll do it one more time. Then we'll go on to our next one. So I'm onto the front head. I'm pulling the rug. I'm going to step and block the elbow so we can't retract that elbow. I shoot this deep and lock the gable. Now I switch my legs. I'm going to bridge him over. I shoot this arm as deep as I can. Lock everything in. Remember, it's not my arms that do the finishing. Up on my feet, turn my hip and squeeze. It's like a screw choke. It's like I'm screwing his head into the floor. It'll feel horrible. It's a bit of a crank, but also a choke as well. We're going to go onto the Anaconda now. Another really good variation. Darce think this way. Anaconda is the other way. It's really important with this one that when I roll, I don't end up in bottom position. I'm going to show you how we do that. So I'm in the front headlock attack. Remember, I'm still always pulling the rug out from underneath Chris, and my weight is always on my feet. So what I'm going to do for this one is we just turn around. Actually, I'll show you on this side. I'm going to take this and I'm going to, like a gable here, and I'm pulling that across Chris' body to take away this base. So it's easier for me to roll. So I go here and then I'm up on my feet and I start walking this way. From this position, this allows me to tuck my head up and roll. From this position, I can trap with my leg, which means he can't retract his elbow. Then I can shoot this deep and lock everything in. From this position, I want to think of bridging with my stomach into the side of Chris's head as I'm on my hips and I walk around and I squeeze and get the tap.